Welcome back everyone to Faster Than Light, or FTL for short. Today we're going to grab ourselves a new ship and try to apply most of the mechanics talked about in our last episode. I think at this point we'll just click start and ready on. Since I'm not going to have to explain as much a lot of the basic mechanics, we should be able to more easily have a more relaxed area, though I will still talk through some of the more basic combat decisions that I make. For instance, as of right now, this is a really dangerous situation, since in this asteroid field our shields won't have any time to recover. They have missiles bypassing it and a dangerous weapon to be able to continuously shoot as long as we don't have our shields up. To this, I would say the most dangerous thing we have is probably this laser, as it has absolutely no chance to miss. I'm going to fire a missile towards their drone bay, doing our best to prevent it from being able to continue. Afterwards, we're going to take care of the weapon systems, and it should be smooth sailing from here. Ooh, you know what we could do? If we wait until an opportune moment like this, we'll be able to hit all 3 shots. And there we go. Now let's see who we have this time. We have Lauren, Bars, and Swamps. Not the best with names, so please forgive me if I don't immediately remember what each of our crew members' names are. However, I will do my best. I think at this point, I'm gonna continue going around. Sorry, cat entered the room. Where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna go around and try to collect as much scrap for the shop. This again is a fairly standard layout. I've seen this many times before, and I'm sure you will as well. Just because it's common does not mean it's not very deadly. Just remember, I haven't done it all that much now, but running away is a completely valid tactic if you don't think that you can properly take care of what's going on. Like, right now I'm early on enough, and I'm willing to take enough damage, knowing that I'm going to get probably about 20 or so scrap, which at this sector is going to take 2 to repair. I'm assuming I'm not going to take any more damage from this fight now that I've taken out the weapon systems. So I think I will continue to stay and fight. Now, I tried to take out their oxygen systems, as it will give them something else to repair and hopefully give us time to be able to focus on the other systems that aren't as, sorry, they'll try to focus on this to make sure that they don't target the systems we want to have them stay down more. For crew member Mr. Booga, it's just what we need. We're going to have him hop on shields, get a bit of faster shield regeneration. I am perfectly happy with that. Now, I don't think we should head to the store this time. As much as it would be great, I don't think we have enough scrap to make it worth our while, and I think losing fuel and other resources are far worse than potentially getting a cheap weapon that we won't run for all that much of the game anyway. Another deadly layout, ions, if I haven't explained them, will, once they hit a certain system, they'll prevent power from being able to be put towards. That's the system of choice, and if it hits your shields, you'll have no way of regenerating them or even attempting to repair them. Thankfully, we only got a hit onto our med bay, which shouldn't be that bad at this point in the game. I think what I'm going to do is, we have enough missiles. No, yeah, we're gonna save the missiles, just gonna attack the weapon systems, and hope that we can keep things fairly safe for now. It looks like the weapon systems are fine. Again, I mentioned before that you'll usually get less scrap but more other resources if you accept the surrender offer. I like this one personally, as more missiles means we can use our Artemis cannon more, and as of right now we are most likely going to have to use it once per fight. We have a small rebel ship nearby. Looks like we should just attack it. Overall, it's worth just trying to get as much as you can early on. I think this is a anti-combat drone, so this ship is completely harmless to us. We can not have to use any Artemis and focus more, actually might have to at some points, but I think we can generally just focus on trying to keep them from being able to move away. Since we're focusing almost entirely on trying to keep the system down, if we can shoot enough, we might be able to enjoy a 0% evasion chance, which I don't think I have to explain why that was a lot more fun than not having a 0% evasion chance. I think at this point it's pretty much smooth sailing. I'm sure we're fine to just use another burst laser. Really enjoying playing FTL for all of you. It's a really fun game. I've kind of gotten back into it after not playing it for a while, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. I love the tactical combat. It's a lot of fun to command the ship. There's also just a bit of fun in the idea of being able to command your ship. Now, I just noticed I forgot to heal the med bay. Don't not heal things. It's not a good idea. Now, the Artemis cannon has a slightly faster charge time than the burst laser, and I really don't want to take damage from any of this. I'm going to try my best to take care of the system before anything really bad can happen. Once you take down the shield systems, we're going to kind of be able to focus on whatever we want, either shields or weapons, depending on what they manage to get up first. I think at this point, we're just going to target their main system. This is an awful offer. We're just going to try to get more scrap. Now, oh, 25, that's pretty good. Now, just because I'm not sure if I've explained it before, fires will come into your ship and damage your systems. And, well, obviously that's not very good. So you can just either send a crew member in there to put out the fire, or you can remove oxygen from that general area of the ship, and it should do well. Just remember that it can hop into nearby rooms, so I'd recommend removing as much oxygen as possible. Unfortunately, they managed to take out our door systems, which is going to make it a lot harder for us to be able to repair the door system safely. And a lack of med bay is going to make this incredibly dangerous. So we can try and take care of this. I think this should be fine to just attack normally. I don't think they can do all that much except for the bomb, which has me a little worried. Oh, well, thankfully nothing is going to come of that. We can just finish that off. While that happens, I think I'm going to have Bears repair the med bay. Oh, the outpost gave us some extra scrap. The game is fun in that sense that it'll usually show you if there's other incentives, or at least a chance of having it happen. Alright. Managed to take care of that safely. I think this time we're going to send Mr. Booga and our captain try to get this repaired a little bit faster, just so we can try to close our doors, and hopefully drown out, or get rid of, or, what am I saying? Put more oxygen back into the rooms, making this a lot more survivable. Once this is done, we are going to head off to the next jump. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head around the exit. Just, again, more fights, more scrap, more resources. More slavers. Don't do it. Honestly, even if you don't think you can take on anything that would take away crew members, I highly recommend never just surrendering your crew. It's not a very good idea, because just one extra crew member can do all the difference in a fight. The faster recharge speeds, always nice on anything, or the extra evasion chance. Speaking of extra crew members, I think I'm going to take on this next one. Now, Rockmen have more hit points, are immune to fire, and have a lower movement speed. They're good, another good race for boarding. However, I don't have the ability to do that yet, so he's just gonna stay in sensors, which are a fun system to have. Ooh, we actually have a store. I think we were gonna change the plans and head off over here. See what we can find. So, overall, not the best. However, I like the idea of getting a mantis on our crew. These are incredibly powerful warriors that could help with anyone trying to board our ship. The other things that we have here are chain ion, hull missile, and hull laser. These two do more damage to systemless rooms. It's a fun gimmick, but these require too much power. Don't really want them. Chain ion could be fun. But I think we're going to stick to perhaps going a little more all out when it comes to damage. Lysandra will choose you, and you can head off to the door systems, perhaps being it's like a chief of security. You want to add a little bit of flavor to it. So I have a funny story about this episode. I was originally just going to continue going along on the last playthrough, but I had a bit of a difficulty compiling the last episode, and this is like the 5th time I've tried to record this. It's a lot of fun. So here we get to the section where we can choose our next area. Green being civilian, lower risk but lower reward. Red being higher risk, higher reward. And nebulas being nothing you should ever want to go into unless you're forced to over here. I like the idea of more options as to which green sector we'll go to, so we'll head off over here. Now, the reason why nebulas aren't fun is that, generally speaking, I find them to have more difficult encounters to deal with, or, generally speaking, when you go into any combat encounter in a nebula, you'll not be able to see what's going on in your ship or in opposing ships. Both of them just aren't particularly fun. So we're going to hire another crew member. I have no use for her, but we might at some point, depending on how our ship turns out, what other systems we end up getting. I think at this point we have a good selection of crew. We don't really need to do all that much. This trade is completely useless as we don't have any use for it, or for the materials that they're offering. I'm going to head off, try to get some more scrap, and then head to that store. This would have been nice if we had a little more, but as of right now, all we have is this. We're going to try to get Artemis with the weapons. I don't like the advent of a hull beam. Ooh, that shoots twice. That's not very fun. As you can see, as we get further on, we'll have to start dealing with more dangerous things. What we can do, actually, with Manon is we can put multiple people on a single area to help her repair faster. That'll be good for a bit of extra support on whatever system we need that. Offer is not good enough. I think we're just going to continue pushing forward. I think this should be fine to just fire off towards, we'll say, the hull. Remove that dodge chance, so even if they manage to get their shields back up or other weapons, we should be able to just take care of it with the next volley. Or they won't get anything done, and we'll be able to take care of them with the next volley anyway. That's a lot of scrap, but that's good. We'll head off to this next zone, and then probably to the shop if we get, I'd say, like more than 70 scrap. So a laser and a missile weapon and a heavy laser, that's not a fun combination. You'll notice that their combinations aren't that bad, but they can hurt pretty badly. Pardon me, if you don't deal with them quickly enough. So I think this is a rock ship, where they have a system. Sometimes ships will have little quirks to them that'll make them harder to deal with. That's some guaranteed scrap. I think I'll accept the offer, just in case anything bad happens. So we have enough scrap for a decent shopping experience. Not all that much useful here. We have some augmentations, which I'm going to buy the automatic reloader to get faster weapon charges, but I'm not a big fan of any of these weapons. We haven't really found all that much. I think it's a bit of a problem with this run. Under normal circumstances, I might think about restarting if we don't get good weapons by, say, the third sector, but I think we should be able to, or should I say, I think we will kind of continue going forth. These are still probably single lasers. Yeah, still gonna hurt, but not gonna be that bad. Oh, we're starting to run low on lasers. I think I might stop being, or sorry, missiles. I think I'm gonna stop being so willy-nilly with them. So as you can see here, they actually have level 3 shields. So it's gonna be a lot harder to shut down the system. Overall, this should be fine if we just continue going on. They're going to try to run away. We have a fair bit of time. I think we can just deal the finishing blow before anything else really happens. Prefer for them to not have their weapons continue going on, as we're not in the best position to handle them. Now, something that I would recommend is upgrading our shields as soon as possible, but unfortunately, I don't think we're in the best scenario to be able to do that, as I really think we're going to need some better weapons sometime soon. This is a really dangerous encounter, and I think this might be one that I might escape from. This is a really powerful weapon, that's a beam weapon, and we're going to have a really hard time breaking through that shield. And our missiles can't do anything about it until we take out this green part. This is definitely a missile encounter. I don't know. This might not be the best. Actually, I think I might get that surrender. More scrap, more missiles, more fuel, and less of a chance of losing. Oh. Well, we're not going to fight that, I guess. This. Okay. What this is this one reduces your reactor capabilities by half, meaning that a lot of your systems aren't able to function. And as we stand it right now, we have no way of dealing with this. So I think we might choose this blue option, and get a ton of scrap, be able to make our way safely out. Okay, so this is a intruder scenario. Oops. So I think we might send in these members over here to provide some support. But there's a good chance that this is going to do a lot of damage. So we're probably just going to have to try to cycle in as many people as possible, sending the ones who are hurt off to the next area to heal up quickly before they come back. I think we have a pretty decent system going on right now. There we go. Let's see, do we have any particularly good fighters now? No. Well, at least some of it went to Lysander, or Lysandra. So hopefully that'll be a little bit better than having a weaker fighter. Although already on a base level, they're really good. Oops. Just fully restore him. But as we're walking back, we can jump off to the exit and make our way off to the next sector. So these are both part of the NG. The robotic race that are better at pairing things. I think we're just going to go to number 2. And with that, I think I might call it the end for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching, and have yourself a great day.